Hi, welcome to Enjoy Marital Bliss. I am Judy Daniel Imagoro. I'm a relationship and marriage coach, and today I'm going to be sharing with you on how you can make someone to want you back. This teaching is going to be very impactful to someone who is in a relationship or was in a relationship, and you notice your spouse is gradually drifting away from you and you want them to want you again. So that's what we're talking about today. And one of those very powerful keys to want your spouse to want you again is to want you again. Yes, you heard that right. You need to want you again. No one will want you if you don't want you. So it's very powerful and important that you want you again. A lot of people make this mistake when they are trying to want their spouse to want them again, or they think they are losing their spouse. They focus all their attention on their spouse at their expense. And most of the cases, it does not work that way. You have to want you again. You have to want to add value to you. You want to work on your self-esteem. You want to work on your spiritual well-being, your physical well-being. You want to work on you so that they will have a reason to want you again. So it's very important that you know that if you want someone to want you again, please, you have to take your attention off them and put that attention on you. Because if you have a relationship that is broken, or your spouse is working out on you and it was not your making, that alone breaks you. That alone is very hard on you. So you don't want to leave you and just focus everything on them. You want you again. You want to begin to create values on you that will make them to want you. You want to invest in your mind. You want to invest in your spiritual well-being. You want to invest in your physical well-being. So you need that attention. So take attention off and put it on you. I want you to understand that no one can complete you. People are not actually supposed to complete you. They are to complement you. You must understand that. That's the reason why they are in your life. So you should never allow any person to define you, define your self-esteem, define the way you think, and be the one and be your joy and your happiness. Never give that place to any human being living to be your source of joy. You have to be able to create joy for you. You have to be happy with yourself. For you to be able to make another person happy, you have to be happy yourself. And I want you to know this. There is a place that is only for God in any human life. So there is no money that can take that place. There is no relationship that can take that place. There is nothing else that can take it. So don't give that position to a human being to be the source of your joy. God should be the source of your joy. I say this when I coach one-on-one or in a group. I am privileged to be married to a husband who loves me so much, but yet I am not generating my joy from him. So he's not the source of my joy. He's not the source of my emotional well-being. God is. A lot of people put pressure in their relationship because they are demanding so much from their spouse. You are over demanding. You want to be happy. Only your happiness is from them. Your joy is from them. Everything is from them. That alone is able to put pressure in any relationship. So it's like you are taking what you should be getting from God and you are laying it upon a human being, which will naturally stress out your relationship. So what you need to do at this point is for you to want you. For you to show your spouse that you are not dependent on them. You are not emotionally dependent on them. That you can live without them. Yes, you appreciate the time that both of you share together, but you can live without them. Sometimes it's for people to want you again, you have to tell them that you can live without them. I tell you, this work all the time. I was talking to a young couple who got married a couple of months after their wedding, and the wife was no longer interested in the marriage. I told him, I said, you have to do this. You have to pull away, because I was counseling both of them. The wife was just not interested. I said, okay, there's something you need to do. You have to want you. It's very important. If it means you pulling away so that you can put value in yourself for her to want you again. And he used that method, and it turned out very well. So you're not going to lose them by wanting you, by wanting a space for you. It's very important that you know that you need time to build your self-esteem again, to build your self-value. It is very important, because someone walking out of your life can give you a sense of rejection, a sense of you're not worthy enough, or you're not enough. So this is when you actually need time for you, to build you, to build your value, to nourish your self-esteem again. So I tell you, if your desire is to see your spouse want you again, what you need to do is to want you again. It's very important that you know that. It is very important that you work on your self-esteem. See, for someone to walk out of you and want you, and you want them to see you want you again, that will only happen because you are the sense of stability is very important, that they see that you are now emotionally stable, you have a self-worth, your confidence in yourself. That is the only reason they will want you again. So it's important that you create that around you. You create that vibe around you, that you're self-sufficient. It's very important. And a lot of people, like I said before, make this mistake of pursuing their spouse at the expense of them. They are pursuing the person that left at their own expense. That's not what you want to do. Don't make this mistake. Never pursue any person that is trying to work out on you. It is not wise at all. Don't do it. If you pursue them, you will lose them. So don't pursue them. Don't call them as though your life depends on them, or they are holding your liver. Don't call them in that manner. So it's very important. Don't pursue them. A lot of singles make this mistake. And someone once asked me, if I do not call them, what if they never call again? And then I said, if they never call again, fine. At least they will respect you. Because the calls you make 247 is not going to change them to call you. It's not going to change their mind. Rather, it's pushing them away more from you, farther from you. So respect yourself enough and hold that call. And I tell you, I understand the strength for you to act in this manner towards someone you love is not going to come overnight. I understand that. But it's within your reach. I want you to know that it's within your reach. It's something you can do if you want to do it. So if you really need them to start appreciating you back again, for your sake, don't pursue them. For your sake, don't bombard them with calls as if your life depends on them. It's very important that you know that. Carry a disposition that clearly states that your life does not depend on them. It's very important. Though you appreciate the time that both of you spend together, carry a disposition as though your life does not depend on them. It's very important. That is the only reason they will have a rethink to ever want to come back to you. They will have time and space to pause and say, are you sure I'm not losing a treasure? Because you're not pursuing them. But if you pursue them, you will lose them. You will completely lose them. I've seen a lot of people lose relationship like that. This is the time for you to begin to focus on you. Focus on your dream. Focus on your life. There's something about you that is of great interest on earth. There's a lot of blessings in you, a lot of gift in you. Focus on you. See, if you don't make you a priority, no one else will. I want you to know that. If you don't get to a point in life where you make you a priority, no one else will make you a priority. So if you want someone to come back to you, please, you need to do this. Want you. Number 2 point that I'm sharing today is to embrace space. The number 1, give way to number 2 point, embrace space. Show them that you are not endlessly available. You are not always available. See, people don't pursue what they have. If you tell them that, hey, even if they have walked away and doing things they are not supposed to do, you are endlessly available, they won't want you. No one pursue. You have a lot of things that are in your possession that you own. Do you run after those things anymore? The answer is no, you already own them. So the only things that you will run after is the things you do not own. So you cannot give them a disposition that you are endlessly available. Create that space, create scarcity. Let them know or think that they are losing you too. It's not only that they walked away by their own choice, that you are walking away too. It creates that sense of, oh, I'm about to lose something. It makes them to make a rethink, pause and think about you. So I want you to embrace space. You do not want to stay in their life while you help them to heal, waiting for another relationship. Or you stay in their life while they're in another relationship, you're helping them to heal. You don't need that. You don't want to do that. So create that space, create that scarcity. It is very important that you do that. And I tell you, most of the time, it helps you to heal, and it helps him to heal, because there must be something that is making them not to want the relationship. It could be as a result of quarrel, misunderstanding, not agree for a long time. If you embrace space, it will make you heal. It will make the other person heal, and they can begin to have a rethink whether or not they want to come back. But most of the cases, you create that opportunity for them to want you again. So it's very important that you know that you have to create a sense of loss, that distance from them completely. You don't want to bother yourself about what they are doing, who they are with, what they are thinking. You don't want to do that. Be busy. This is the time for you to take some things you've not done in a long time and begin to do them. Focus on you. See, relationship is about values. If you have value, people will want you. So this is the opportunity for you to begin to create value, for you to look at yourself again and be happy with your life. Your life should never pause because of anyone else. Never pause your life because of anyone else. I understand you can be emotionally stressed. Look for a way to let out that emotion. And this is the reason why I love being a believer, and I encourage you to be that. That way you have an opportunity, you have a God that you can let out your heart to. And you'll have a God who can heal you from inside out. That the joy that comes from the Lord is always present and is there to heal you. So it's very important that you embrace space and do not bombard anyone with phone calls, with text message, calling friends, calling everyone to talk to them. The moment you start doing that, you're losing them forever. When anywhere they walk on or they walk to or they appear, somebody from you is always asking them what happened to the relationship, that relationship is gone. If you are this person watching this broadcast and you've been doing that, pause. It's not too late to have a rethink and turn things around. Don't pursue any person. The more you pursue, the more you lose them. And point number 3 that I have today is think and work on the things that attracted you to them in the first place. This is very important key. But if you do this and you don't do the 2 first one, there is chances that it won't work for you. So now you begin to think, what was those things that I used to do that attracted this person to me? So you have to genuinely sit down, be sincere, and think about the things you used to do that attracted you to them. And I want to say this to you. There are people that will walk out of your life regardless of what you do or what you don't do. So don't beat yourself. So, some people will walk out of your life and it's not your problem. They're walking out is their problem. So I want you to have that at the back of your mind so you don't begin to beat yourself. But it is very important, and I encourage you to sit down and begin to think about what were those things that I used to do that I no longer do. It's very important you take you take account of the things. If you used to be self-driven and you're no longer self-driven, if you used to look in a certain way and you no longer look that certain way, if you used to think and talk in a certain manner and you no longer like that, just think of those things, those characteristics that make this person to want you. If you are still that person, and if you are not, and you genuinely take stock of the things that have happened in your relationship and you are not, I encourage you to try and start working on those things. And now, if you do not have, and if there was a major event like a quarrel, something that happened before they finally walk out, and you've not actually had time to apologize to them, there is a way you apologize vaguely. But there is the way you take stock of the things that you have done and you apologize and you are pointing to things that you actually could have done right. When you apologize like that, the person you're talking to knows that you've thought through, you've talked about this thing that happened or the event that happened, and you're really sorry. So if you don't have access to them anymore, you can send them an email just to explain what happened and how you were wrong on that particular issue that happened. Thereafter, move on. Don't keep talking on it. Don't keep expecting because he did not respond or he did not reply you or she did not reply you and you start bugging them. You need to hold yourself. You need to have control over what you do. You shouldn't test somebody 100 times. For God's sake, you need to have self-dignity. It's only that way that people begin to respect you. My final point today is for you to pray. To pray about your relationship. This is very important. It will amaze you how prayers turn things around. If you're in a relationship and you're not yet married, and you bring it before God, and it's the will, and that person is the will of God for you, and you're praying concerning that relationship, I tell you, God will turn it around. Even if you've made a mistake in a relationship, did something you're not supposed to do in the sight of God, all you need to do is to ask God for forgiveness, and He can still turn things around. But I want you to understand, there are people that God Himself pulled out of your life. In fact, it was your Heavenly Father intervening for you because He didn't want you to go to that relationship or end up with that person. At this point, you may not know it, but the beauty about praying, as you begin to pray concerning that relationship, you have a sense of healing within you. Though you don't know if you were supposed to be there or not, but God begin to heal you and you feel a whole lot better. And I tell you, I want you to note something. God is the only one that can control someone's heart. Satan can suggest things to you, and you can rebuke him or refuse him. That's why the word of God says that if you resist the devil, he will flee. So Satan will set thoughts to a heart, but Satan have no power to control anyone's mind. So anything that Satan makes a being to do is because they want to do it. So somehow they gave consent to whatever they did with the enemy. But God is the only one that can control the heart of a man. It's, the Bible said at one point that God hardened the heart of Pharaoh, so He had that power to do that. Another scripture says that God opened the heart of Lydia to the ministry of Paul. So God can actually work in a man or a woman's heart. So that's why I tell you, if you want someone to want you again, one of the best things that you can do is to pray about it. And you will be so surprised how God turns things around, how He takes away the offense that person was holding out of his heart, how He begins to make them to remember the good side of you. I want to encourage you that God is with you, and if you do these things and you're diligent on this point, it will work out for you. Again, thank you so much for watching this broadcast. I want you to please share this message with your friends and family, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel at Judith Imagoro Ministries. You can also like and follow my Facebook page at Judith Imagoro Ministries. I want to introduce this book to you. My book on turning marital crisis into bliss. I'm going to leave the link below for you to be able to purchase the book. It will be a blessing to you. You can buy, you can actually send this book as a gift to someone, and it will be a blessing to them. And I look forward to seeing you again next week on this channel. God bless you. Thank you for watching. God bless you. Bye bye.